Hey, what's up guys, and thank you for tuning in. Today's video is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a little bit more casual. It's one that I alluded that I might be making when I made my initial videos about this guy here. This is Trick or Treat Studios 1:1 scale plush good guy doll. And I really do love and appreciate this doll, and he's kind of been my go-to doll to grab off the shelf just because, again, he's plush and easy to handle. But there's something that just doesn't quite look right to me, and it's always the hair. It always kind of throws me off. I know a lot of folks can get down on this wig piece. Again, I don't really think it's bad or anything, but it's something that, you know, as far as my Chucky, I kind of do want it to look a little bit better. And that is why we bought this. This is what we're going to be doing today, guys. I'm going to be replacing the wig piece on Trick or Treat Studios plush good guy doll for this replacement wig I bought off of Etsy. This wig was like 30 bucks, or at least 30 bucks American. It comes from this shop here on Etsy. I'll have a link for it in the description. You can check them out there. It's a cosplay wig shop. So if you're wanting to make a Chucky cosplay, you can also use this wig for that. Or if you're just trying to make a doll look better, there you go. However, I do want to make something clear off the bat, and that is, this is just kind of a fun, casual video I'm wanting to make. Just kind of want to document the modification of my doll. This is not intended to be a how-to or instructional video. I'm no Garrett Zima or anything like that. I've never overhauled any dolls, so there's a lot of folks on Instagram and all over the internet that have, you know, really made a thing out of overhauling these dolls. I wish I was that good, and I've never really tried my hand at it, so this is one of the first things I'm going to be doing that really is modifying these dolls. So I don't want to frame the video as if, like, here, let's all try this and do it. Again, hopefully, you know, if you get to the end of the video and what I'm going to show you, the way I'm going to try this today works, feel free to try the way I do it. But off the bat, don't sit down with this at the beginning and say we're going to do what Fizz is going to do, because Fizz might fuck it up. But whatever I fuck up, I'll be able to fix by the time the video's edited and you're watching it and you get to the end of it. So I've never overhauled a doll like this specifically. I do have a lot of experience with things like cosplay, and I have done a lot of fixing and customization of figures and props, things like that. So I'm not completely ignorant to the fact. Just Chucky is kind of my new realm of as far as actually customizing or modifying these. So we're going to start off pretty basic here, and that's how I view it today. So if I'm able to finish this and get this looking decent by the end of the video, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. But again, just maintain with me till the end and make sure that I'm able to figure this out. So, you know, hopefully I don't ruin $200 doll. But so what we're going to be using today, so this wig piece is just glued on here. You're going to be able to find in the back, I've actually kind of already started this process a little bit. So this wig piece is just glued on at the back here. And on the back stretch of the skull, I've actually gone ahead and already started tearing the wig off. So you just kind of want to get a little bit of leverage underneath this, start pulling it, and then I've taken a pair of tweezers and just very carefully scraped and pulled to get the glue off. You can also use some heat. I'm sure there's also probably maybe some type of solvent. I'm not going to risk using any type of acetone on that glue out of fear it rolling down the face and, like, you know, erasing the eyeball or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of folks have already done this actually, where they haven't even removed the glue, so that's probably an option. I'm gonna do it because I also kind of want to see him look like the Colonel Chucky before I put the wig on him. But so yeah, we're gonna be taking this off like this. That's the way I'm gonna be doing it, just kind of tugging away at it and then peeling away with the tweezers. So, and when we're done and we have this one affixed onto the head, we're probably not gonna leave it up to faith. What I intend to use on this is this glue right here. This is a glue I found in my cosplay days, so this is my main glue I always went to, especially for Spider-Man costumes, especially when I was gluing things to the suit, like either the shoes to the bottom of the feet or especially the lenses to the mask. This is the glue I went with because it was really good with binding other types of substances together. So if I was gluing plastic to fabric, it was really good to actually hold both together. It didn't really adhere to one more than the other. And it is a flexible glue. So, and the other thing about this too, if I mess up on this doll and kind of like get it messy or it drips or anything, I should be able to mostly peel this off and work with this. So this is what we're gonna hope works. If it doesn't, I'll tell you what I do end up using, but this is what we're gonna be going with. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'll have this rigged up and edited in some way, shape, or form, so sit back, relax, hang out with me. I'll be checking in periodically to let you know how this goes, and by the end of this video, we'll see how this turns out. So let's go ahead and get started. here we have our good guy doll, bald as fuck. So again, as you kind of saw, hopefully it framed okay, but you saw me kind of just peeling up the wig piece, ripping it off, and then scraping away at all of this glue with tweezers and fucking up my fingernails, because you get some good leverage with that. And I didn't want to gouge the plastic. There's a couple tiny surface scratches in here from the tweezers, but whatever, nothing you're going to be able to notice after the hair is on. So again, this is his kind of bald ass cranium. So back here you can see, again, I didn't remove all of the glue. There's a few spots right back here that still has a little bit of glue. Up top here has a little bit of fuzz of glue, but whatever, I'm not super worried about it. And he also looks like that Colonel Chucky from season 2. So yeah, if you want a bald Chucky, this will kind of be what you get. And but the other thing too that Trick or Treat Studios did, so for the wig, it looks like they kind of painted on this guide for assembly during the factory, and this is for assembling their own wigs and attaching them. So you have the hairline right here, and then it looked like where you're going to want to line up the part at. So that's pretty much all you got to do. So this is the wig we have here, and you want to just pop it on there. It can kind of get curled above the cranium at the back, so you want to make sure it's definitely like tucked underneath that and everything. And again, you can follow that guide for his hairline and his part, and it lines up pretty good. You're going to want to use that, and then the other thing you're going to want to do is, you see it's a little lopsided, you're going to want to just bring it a little bit and make sure the wig is even with itself. And so yeah, this is kind of what we're going for. It's a little poofy, it's a little unstyled right now because it's kind of just plopped on there, but yeah, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a marked improvement. I'm super excited about this. If you are going to do this, you will have to at least glue it a little bit. It's super loose on the head, so it won't just chill out there. But yeah, so the plan is to kind of just situate this however it looks best. I'll kind of take some glue and maybe on a brush and kind of glide it up in here, press it down, and just kind of do that all the way around the head. So see if I can't film that. If not, I'll show you the final result. Either way, let's see if we can't get this guy finished. So it's the next day. I let this dry overnight. So again, I put some glue on the top side of the head and on the actual back side of the cranium as I kind of laid it down, and then a bit on the seams up here, especially behind the ears. There's a bit of glue on this. So this thing has a bit of hold. I'm not completely done gluing it. I'm about to finish that up here. But the glue I did pick. I'm holding the doll here, so I don't recommend doing this, but it's a pretty decent hold. So I'm pretty confident in this here. So I have pretty much again, some kind of lining up here to finish up with the glue. And then at the back of the skull I have just a little bit of this to pull back here and glue at the base, kind of where the skull meets the neck. So gonna do that. I'm gonna trim up the hair a little bit. I think I'm gonna trim up the hair off camera just because I'm a little afraid of doing that, but I do think I can do it, so I'm not super worried about it. But I just want to trim up this bang a little bit, thin this out just a tiny bit, but just kind of give it a little bit of definition. But again, I really like how it lays. I'll show a bit of this more in a better frame once I'm done with it. But yeah, we're in the home stretch here. Let's go ahead and finish it. so it's been a couple of days, and this is the final product. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and hold the camera here just to get some different angles of him so I don't have to move him around the camera itself. But this is the final product of what we have here. You can see I did do a bit of trimming to the wig. I was kind of going for a little bit of a good guy Child's Play 1 type vibe to this. I would have loved to have kind of done the more like Child's Play 2 mullety looking look, where he has kind of some hooped, kind of jagged bangs with more of a long look in the back. But I figured I'd just kind of stick to the initial shape of the wig, but I did want to give it a bit of layering. I wanted to give it a bit of definition. The original wig that I had, it kind of keeps the basic swoop that kind of goes over his bangs. Again, I kind of wanted it really at any angle for his face to be kind of shown. I did not want that to kind of cover the face or anything like that. So if you take him and shake him around a little bit, or carry him around, then for the most part, that hair, it'll kind of cover the face a little bit, but for the most part it'll go right back. It doesn't cover the half of his face like an emo kid or anything like that. So I do like that initial shape, but again, I kind of gave him something a little bit more with bangs, kind of like from that Come Alive scene in the original Child's Play. I liked how his hair looked in that scene. So again, I just kind of went for something like that. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm sure that you'll notice a couple of odds and ends that don't look entirely great with this, but it is what I got. And yeah, so I kind of glued this on. You'll see back here at the end of it. So again, just kind of put some glue on a brush, press this down, and then the back here was the part that really needed glued down, and I did get that glued down. The other thing as well, the back of the head as well, it wasn't like really secure to the back of the actual head of the doll, and so I raised the hair up. I had a little syringe, like a plastic syringe, that I put a little bit of that glue I was using in, and kind of just poked it in between some of these holes with some stitching back here at the base of the scalp, and pressed that in. And yeah, you want to be very careful if you do that, because the glue, you don't want to get glue in the hair or anything like that. Luckily he came out pretty decent. So again, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. I do think, in my opinion, I know during my review I said that the hair he comes with, which is this right here, isn't that bad, but I honestly, in hindsight, look at what the hell, in hindsight, this is it was not very good. This is not very good, but even still, again, for 200 bucks, at the end of the day, this is like an extra 30 bucks off Etsy, 5 bucks for the glue. You're looking at like, $240 at the end of the day to get your doll to look exactly like this, and that's still not bad, even if it has to come with a wig like this. Again, you'll see kind of some of the glue bits on this wig. It's weird. It's like a Chucky scalp. So maybe we'll keep this as an accessory still. But yeah, you'll see some glue bits. You'll see some of the video there. I don't know how well this framed. I don't know how good any of this video looked. Sorry about that. Again, this is kind of more of just a chill video. I wanted to document me actually making this modification. Didn't really know how. Again, I'm not an overhauler. I'm not a doll customizer. I'm really just a doll reviewer. I like to talk about them. So, and that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to talk about this doll. I wanted to talk about the change I made to it. And again, it's not the most accurate thing in the world, but I'm happy with it, and that's the most important thing, is the fact that I'm happy with it. And hopefully you like the look of it too, because why not? Everybody likes the look of a good guy doll. So again, guys, this is not a how-to video. I really didn't mean it to be like that, but again, this is kind of my own personal journey for making this pretty simple modification. Again, I was able to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So again, I wouldn't recommend using this video as an instrument on how to do it, but if it did help you, if it did kind of push you in the direction of wanting to make this mod like I did here, then that is totally fine. If you have any questions, and if I can help, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, if you have any other questions about Chucky here and his modified wig, I'm gonna have a link to the wig in the description down below. And if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see some more shots and some more documentation of this doll specifically, because I love this doll so much, feel free to follow me on Instagram at DudeSpooter and Twitter at DudeSpooter. Feel free to talk to me over there, and you'll see some more photos of my Chucky dolls going up more sporadically, probably than they do on the YouTube channel here. So again, thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Fizz, and this is a modified wig for the Trick or Treat Studios 1-to-1 scale plush Good Guy doll. Have a great day.